Hello scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another video. So today's video is finally a flip through of my birthday month album, which I've been promising for quite a while. It will probably be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, because it's been so long since my birthday. I've probably forgotten everything that I did, but anyway. So yeah, I use the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush album, which is, I think it's 2.5 inches, because I measured the new one and that was 3. Actually no, it's 2 3/4 actually, so it's not that much smaller than the other one, the new one. So yeah, 2 3/4 inches, so quite a chunky album. It's not too bad. I've kept it. I do try and keep my mini albums or my pocket page albums flat as possible, but you know, being a girl that likes texture does creep in. But I do try to keep them flattish, just so that I can fit as much in as I want to. So what I normally do with my albums is I don't sort of do a deep stash dive or anything. What I try to do is use stuff, use things, use stash. So with this one, I kind of started, and what was on my desk was like the Sweet Rush things and the Simple Stories, Celebrate and that kind of thing. And I sort of reached for a couple of alphabet sets. What I did was the first alphabet set I used, I kind of stuck with. So it's this Thickers Modern Art, this one, which is I think is Sweet Rush actually. And then this one, which is Rockabye, which I've had for, a long time. Yeah, I don't know when it came out. I'm not sure when it came out. But anyway, this one is what I've kind of stuck to these two mostly. I did use other things as well, but I did kind of stick to them for the majority of what I needed. And then, like I say, just things that are on my desk really. So Project Life cards, scraps, the Sweet Rush things, and just anything that was to hand. So I stuck this down. Well, I kind of stuck this down and I couldn't get it back up again, so it had to stay. I was testing it, and yeah, it had to stay because it wouldn't come up. And then at the end of the album, when I'd finished everything, I'd got these left over, so I just stuck those on there too. And then I thought this was quite fun because when I was younger I did do roller skating, so yeah, just thought I'd add it just to use it, because I wouldn't really use it for, couldn't think of much else that I would use it for. So the inside cover, the cover page, is Helen's birthday month, using those alphas. Just some stars there for my stash. This is a Shenanigans piece, that alpha there, April 2022, Let's Celebrate. And then those wooden pieces that I'd had before that I purchased for this album. I did think about colourising them, but in the end I didn't, and I'm going to leave it as it is now. So yeah, so that's the cover page. And then we get on to sort of day one. So day one is, let's just zoom in a little bit, shall we? Yeah, day one. So day one, my mum had been visiting. So on the first day of the month, I took mum back to the mainland. We met Dad halfway, and then he took mum home. But as Dad was coming to pick mum up, he brought my great auntie with him and a family friend. So yeah, it was really nice because I got to see them. I've not seen them since before the pandemic. So yeah, that was really nice. So that was a good start to my birthday month. It's also the anniversary of when we adopted Chester, so I just made a note of that on there. And it was kind of the 6-month anniversary of my YouTube 133 subscribers. So that's what I've popped in here. This is Sweet Rush, Vicki Boutin. So I was just really saying that Joyce and Margaret came with Mum. And then, yeah, I missed the turning though on the way to the services, which I've been there many times before. I've no idea why I missed the turning. And Mum and I had to drive down the M40 to the next junction and then back again. And Dad was a bit stressed, but anyway, we got there in the end. It was fine. So yeah, so that's day one. And then day two, I was just saying that I'd treated myself to some new towels from Marks and Spencer. And I worked on the donkey stitch that I was doing for Mum's 80th birthday, and I did that for most of the day. So that was on the 2nd of April. Project Life cards, that alpha from before. And then I'd put here that it was my design team day at Dotty about Flair. So I did the today layout featuring Chester and documented the 2-year anniversary of him joining our family as a foster dog. So yeah, that was day two, and this is Vicki Boutin again, some Dotty Bat Flair piece there with twine. And then back to, over to the next page, which is day three, Project Life cards again here. And we went over to Mottiston to celebrate Chester's adoption day. We had ribs for lunch, and I relaxed with my magazines and did my sewing, and I ordered myself 2 books. So yeah, just an ordinary day. Chester at the Downs there. And then Buddy obviously a little bit tired later on. So Poxy piece here from Dotty about Flair. That's a stamped image there, puffy heart. One of those glitter alphas there, another Dotty about Flair piece. And then this was a photo that I took on this day, and I just did that as a full 6x8 sheet with the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush and some washi tape there, and one of those numbers again. And then obviously, as I'd done, well not obviously, but as I'd done a full page on this side, I needed to do a full page on this side. Actually, that needs trimming down slightly. So this was day 4, and this is just a cute photo of the doggies together on the sofa with the same alpha, epoxy piece and puffy hearts there. I'd stapled through from the other side, but that doesn't bother me. I don't mind that at all. So day 4, I did chores and sewing. So obviously in a whole month, it's not all fun. You do have to kind of do day-to-day routine things as well, like chores. But yeah, I did manage to do sewing too. And obviously this was just a quiet couple of days. So day 5 is on here. So I was working in the office that day, and I worked on my sewing again. And these are the 2 books that I'd obviously purchased, with a piece here, Shadney piece here that says been there, read that. Dotty about Flair again, Sweet Rush, some gems from my stash there, some little enamel pieces there from my stash. So that's 4 and 5. And we get on to day 6, and I did a layout and a video. Still masked that video, and then I recorded my March layout share and update video, a nice village walk, and I made a pear and blueberry cake for my friend Brenda. Then later on I found out that she'd got COVID and we couldn't meet up, so yeah, I didn't give it to her in the end. I put it in the freezer. I'm sure it's all gone now. So that was day 6, and I just put a couple of epoxies there, Project Life cards, and some of those Simple Stories foam. That's a Simple Stories foam sticker there from Celebrate. So then this was the 7th, so this was the day that I was supposed to meet my friend, but she had to cancel. So I was actually taking the dogs to the parlour anyway that day and meeting my friend whilst they were there. So I still took them, and I just took them for a little walk. It was quite breezy that day. Dropped them off, and then I actually went to the supermarket to do some shopping, and I just went for a walk along the Esplanade on my own. So that was fine. That was the 7th. Some lovely Dotty Bat Flair pieces here. I can't open this because what I tend to do is I stick them together with a little bit of tape once I finish the album, because they do, you know, they get a little bit out of line when you open and close the album a lot, which is just one of the things I'm not too keen on with the D-Ring or the Ring albums. That does happen, but yeah, I put them back into place and stick them with tape. So it means I can't take the pages out to show you a close-up, but, you know, I'm sure you can see. So yeah, just a couple of photos of Bud there, and Vicki Boutin piece here with another Flair piece there and some twine. And then on to day 8, so I worked on a meteorological spring layout, and I did some layout planning on the 8th. So yeah, I had trouble saying that word when I was actually doing the video for that layout. More Project Life cards again, and then that was the 8th, and then on the 9th I did a little bit of sewing, and then I read a book. One of my new books, Dear Edward, I read it in one day. So yeah, I love it when I'm able to do that. So that was a really nice day. And then on the 10th here, I found out that my parents had got COVID. Yeah, Mum tested positive on the 8th and Dad on the 9th, and they told me on the 10th. So I was a little bit unsure then about my birthday celebrations on the 20th, but you know, they're fine. They got over it and everything. So yeah. So then the 10th was that day still, and we put out the garden finisher ready for summer. I made some scones. We had a nice walk and a chat with my friend. Dotty About Flair piece again here, some little wooden hearts, twine, just using up some cardstock here. And then on the 11th, Project Life card again. I did 2 layouts, Happy Days with Holly and Then and Now. Did some chores that day. I placed an order with Hey Little Magpie for my birthday treat. Obviously it says here that I'll need supplies for my birthday scrapping, cardstock, papers and embellishments. And then on the 12th, had to make the decision to cancel Mum's ticket to see Joseph. the musical, because she was not too well, and obviously, you know, didn't know whether she'd be able to come or not, and I had to cancel because I'm a member of the theatre. I get 7 days ahead to cancel, so I had to make the decision to cancel. Yeah, otherwise we would have lost the money and everything. I mean, Mum did get better by then, but yeah, it was just best that she didn't travel and everything. So, and then what I did was I just showed a photo of the actual theatre seating plan with the Mum's ticket back for sale. As you can see, there's no other tickets available apart from 4 tickets there, so it was a complete sellout. The show was a complete sellout. I think the whole run was a complete sellout, that theatre. So then on the 13th I did some baking. I made a strawberry tart and Easter tiffin here for my friend, and I also made a blueberry cheesecake for me, which is candlelight for my birthday and Easter and everything. So yeah, that was the 13th. I used those alphas, glitter alphas again there, really getting good use out of those. Some scraps, paper card, more Project Life cards here. And then this is just a photo of my birthday cheesecake that I'd made, and more using of those alphas, using the 3s here for ease now, so getting a bit desperate. A brad there that I'd probably had for a while, an adhesive one, some washi tape. And then the 14th was when I went to meet my friend who'd had COVID. She was better by then, so the 14th we went out. We met on the 14th and had lunch. I had lunch with her. So obviously took a photo. Some sequins used here. More Flair pieces. That same alpha set. Sweet Rush 6x8 paper there. And then this, I think, is the reverse side of that actual 6x8 cardstock from this album that came with this album. So on the way over to meet my friend, I did call in at the Donkey Sanctuary to see Elvis, and I dropped off some books for their charity stall. They have a charity store where they sell books to raise money, of course. So yeah, I used one of my little horseshoes there from Poppy's Crafty Owl, and Bean there, Arrow from Sweet Rush, that alpha set again with Elvis the donkey. And then we get into Easter. So this is Friday the 15th. I made an Easter egg cheesecake, and I read my book, All the Lonely People, which is that book, another book, the second book that I purchased earlier in the month. And I did some sewing, and then just a photo of the doggies here, and it's a sweet moments there. Puffy hearts there, glitter alpha, a little punched out piece there using my punch. Some Easter papers that I've had for quite a long time getting used there. And then I think this is the reverse side of that Easter paper. So this was Easter Saturday. I've got a little pizza Flair there. And I did some videos. Scrap Ready, Love This Life, and lay out some videos. Then I watched the movie Belfast. And I read the book as well. I read some more of my book. I liked that film, but I don't know, I expected more from it. I really liked it, but not expected more, but wanted more. I wanted to know more. I think that's what it was. But it's an amazing film. I really enjoyed it. And then we're getting on to the 17th, which is Easter Sunday. So I worked on my sewing for Mum. I watched Miss Potter, which is probably my most favourite film to re-watch. I watch it at least once a year, probably more than that. I just absolutely love the film, and I really like the story of Beatrix Potter as well. Using up a Happy Easter wood piece here. More Flair, Easter Flair there. And then I've got these little bits here, Simple Stories I think they are, with my TV, popcorn, popcorn already there. And I did a pumpkin patch layout and video. So yeah, busy day on the 17th. Then we get to the 18th, so using more of that Easter pattern paper that I've had for quite a long time. I did a wrapped layout and video, finished that book, and we had a barbecue, and we had some steaks, and this was Easter Monday. Same alpha, another wood piece there from Shadney, Reader's Gonna Read. Picture of the body there, I don't know if you can see that, all sprawled out on the sofa there. He used to lie like that a lot, actually, when he was younger. He doesn't do that so much now. But yeah, he was very relaxed there. Chest here, probably wanting food. And then the 19th of April is our anniversary. Not a special one this year. We just had a quiet day at home, really. And because I'd got so much on with my birthday coming up and everything, we didn't, do too much. So I punched out some hearts there from, pointing at that, but it's not that. It's Sweet Rush. Yeah, just did my own little card there with the writing on. Photos of the dogs again at home. And then we get on to my actual birthday, which is the 20th. So yeah, I'd used up this was a card that I'd had for quite a long time. Not sure if it's Project Life brand, but it's a pocket page card anyway. And I'd got these adhesive brads that I thought matched, balloon Flair, my age there, 52, and just, you know, the 20th birthday, and one of those lovely little wood emojis that I like. And then find enjoying the simple things, and used up some scraps here, simple stories, a musical Flair there. And just saying about my birthday photo shoot, and my husband suggested that I sit on the rockery in the garden to do it rather than where I normally do it, which made a change. So that was quite nice, because you get kind of like a different photo, you know, rather than the same each year. The dogs joined me, of course. So this is one of the photos from that photo shoot. Another Flair piece there with the confetti on it and sequins here. This flamingo paper was a scrap from my stash, and actually it matches my shirt that I've got on there. And also on my phone, when I do my diary, I use the colour that's called flamingo for my entries in my diary. So yeah, it's colour coordinated. This piece here says eat cake. This girl sweet, and then a epoxy piece there from Dotty about Flair. Simple stories foam sticker. Another 6x8 sheet from Sweet Rush, and then the reverse side of that, is it? Or is it a set? No, it's a separate one actually. I used a different one. Just to say that Elvis the donkey wished me a happy birthday on my birthday, which I actually have done a scrapbook page about. So yeah, if you wanted to see that, you could. When I mentioned scrapbook pages in here, layouts and videos, they're all on my channel. So if you wanted to go back to watch them, you could. I'm pretty sure there's a video for all of them. There's only a very few that I don't record. I think they were the ones that I did at Co-op in June. So this is just like my breakfast. My husband normally makes me boiled eggs on my birthday, and this year was no different. Open my presents, chat to Mum. Obviously Elvis wished me a happy birthday, and there's a picture of some more presents there, same alphas. And then I set off to go and see Joseph on my own, ready to go, getting the ferry. I met up with a lady that I'd met before at the show, that I'd seen her before. We'd sat together before at the show. She's kind of a Jason Donovan fan, and I knew she was going this day, and we kind of like did spend some time together. So I wasn't actually completely on my own. It was quite nice really to have someone to hang out with on your birthday, you know. And yeah, so I had lunch first, and then I met her after, and we spent like the rest of the day with each other in between shows and everything. So that was nice. And then here's this is just the image from social media about Joseph playing at Southampton, and I've got love always on there, love heart there, and me in the theatre with my glitter Joseph mask on. And then just saying about how nice it was to see two shows, but it was quite tiring, and I had to get a taxi in the evening straight back to the ferry terminal because there's no buses or anything at that time of night to get on the passenger ferry to get home. So yeah, I had to dash away. Little rainbow Flair here and musical Flair. And this actual card, when I was making it, I wasn't like, I didn't love it, like, because I'd stuck some things down, I couldn't get them back, and I just thought, I kept sticking things down, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I like it. It's okay, it's not my favourite, but it's got all the things on, so that's fine. And then in the afternoon before the show, I met Jason Donovan, thanks to my friend Susie, because she knows when he's going to be there and what have you, being a dedicated fan that she is. So that was nice. I told him it was my birthday, wish me happy birthday, obviously, because, you know, when someone says it's their birthday, you kind of have to, don't you? But I'm sure he would have done anyway. And we were at the stage door right up until after 1:30, and the show started at 2. So yeah, there's no way that I would have been there if I'd been on my own. I would have been in the theatre by then. So yeah, it's really nice to get to meet him and everything. And yeah, that wouldn't have happened if Mum had been with me, because obviously I wouldn't have been at the stage door at that time. So yeah, although Mum, it was a shame that Mum couldn't come with me. You know, the only good thing to come out of it kind of was the fact that I got to meet Jason Donovan. So, and then this is just kind of like just talking about that, and he plays the Pharaoh in the show. So I always like to use my Pharaoh stamp for my Joseph layouts. This little crown here that Jackie Gearing gave to me that I golded. I put gold ink on that. And then in the evening, when I was waiting for the evening show outside the stage door, Jack Yarrow came along, who plays Joseph. So yeah, and I just kind of like said, oh, hello Jack, and he chatted to us and had a photo and everything. I told him it was my birthday, and he wished me a happy birthday, and then he said he remembered me from the afternoon show because of my rainbow masks. That was nice, because I told him I was doing 2 shows in one day, and he was quite, you know, he's like, whoa, really? You know, he's quite taken aback by that. But yeah, that's not unusual for me, I've done that before. Vicki Boutin tag here. Project Life cards again, the same alphas, and this Flair piece I've had, I don't know where it came from, but I think it may have been gifted to me actually. So yeah, I popped that in there, and a little heart there for Jack. He was very gracious, he was. I've met him before. I met him in 2019 when he first played the role of Joseph at the Palladium. I got a photo on the stage door with him then. And I've since met him again at Liverpool, actually, when I was in Liverpool. I met him at the stage door. And then for my birthday, I readopted Elvis the donkey. I also adopted Dolly, because she's in the same herd as, or she was in the same herd as Elvis. But Elvis has changed herds now, so they're not together. But yeah, I adopted Dolly because of my love of Dolly Parton. And then this is just really about Elvis's little story on the Donkey Sanctuary website, and Dolly's story here on the Donkey Sanctuary website. And then the 21st, so this is the end of my birthday, the 20th. 21st was our lovely Queen's birthday, and I obviously didn't get up to too much on that day, so I was just documenting about the Queen. And then this photo that was released for her birthday with that glitter alpha again. Back over to the next page, which is the 22nd. And then I was seeing my friend from the 23rd. So yeah, I was just at home on the 22nd, just getting ready and everything. And I got a new Elvis bag. I treated myself for my birthday, so I was getting that all set up to take with me. And just a picture of Bud there, knowing that I was going and missing me. I think I might have been doing my packing or something. So yeah, this was like, this sort of the weekend was the 22nd to the 24th. So did I go over? Oh no, actually I went over on the 22nd, didn't I? Yeah, I went over on the Friday. We were there Friday evening, and then we were there Saturday for the show. So Joseph again. So Friday, I just saying I did my packing, a little bit of crafting, and I went over to Southampton in the afternoon to check into the hotel as early as I could. I think it was about 3 o'clock. And then I just waited for Claire to arrive. We had a good chat and a catch up, because we'd not seen each other since COVID. And then we had Pizza Hut in the evening at West Quay, and we had some drinks in the hotel later on. So yeah, just me getting ready to go there with my Elvis t-shirt on. Some lovely Flair pieces here. Project Life cards again. A little metal piece there that's a shopping bag that I've had for quite a long time. Not sure where that came from. Sweet Rush. Sweet Rush 6x8 again. And then this is the Saturday. So the Saturday was just, we had a wander around town. We had a drink, popped into the shopping centre. We had our lunch out. We went to the Titanic exhibition. And then we went back to the hotel ready for Joseph in the evening. And Claire, my friend, had never seen Joseph. So yeah, it's quite exciting to take her to see Joseph. Dolly Parton t-shirt. Picture of my food there. Pizza, puffy, epoxy, cola bottle there, cut out from some pattern paper. Or unless it might have been a sticker, I'm not sure. A lovely Flair piece there. Some twine again. And then this was, we had a hotel selfie before we went to see the show. Neither of us are very good at selfies, but you know, it's a fun record, I've said there. Used some of my glitter domes here, my little camera stamp, Flair piece, and then just Project Life card that says best friends there. And then just the picture of my Claire and myself. And then this was the gift that my friend Claire gave me for my birthday. She always buys me like amazing presents, and always kind of vintage things as well, because you know we're both like that. And yeah, it's like a musical, it's a jewellery box. It still plays the music, and when you lift the lid, it's just incredible. So what I'm doing is keeping my special things in there, like my special earrings and things. Elegant there, using that alpha little heart. Some more Dotty But Flair pieces here. And then this was just documenting the fact that we went to the Titanic exhibition, which I have been to before, but Claire had not been to it. I have got family history, so my granddad's first cousin was Harold Cottam, who was the wireless operator on the Carpathia, and they received the SOS from the Titanic. Well, I mean, other ships received the SOS, but they were the ones that responded to it and actually went to the ship and helped save lives. So yeah, that's the family history there. And yeah, it's always nice to go and see his name and everything, and how they talk about him. And then just saying here that I made an effort with my outfit in the evening to see Joseph. So I'd got my, because especially as we were staying at the hotel, so we could get washed and everything before the show. Because normally I go to a matinee and I just go over in the afternoon and come home. But we were there in the afternoon and we could get ready properly and everything. So that was really nice. Yeah, just a rainbow Flair piece there. More Project Life cards. Just a photo from the Titanic exhibition. And on the 24th, I was back home. This was Sunday. My husband picked me up at the Red Jet because I didn't take the car, I was on the passenger ferry, and then we got fish and chips to take home. So we ate fish and chips in the garden. So that was on the 24th. And the 25th, I just had a quiet day at home. It says here, chores, working on the cross stitch for Mom. And then I got a little package from Mum and Dad in the post, because a little birthday package because yeah, they weren't able to come because of the COVID thing. So yeah, they had to post it to me. So 26th, more quiet days at home, chores, sewing, preparation and printing for this album. So I did a little bit of work on that at the end of April, and just a couple of photos of the doggies there. That's the 26th and the 27th. So we're getting towards the end of the month now. You know, my birthday's in the past. We're kind of like, you know, winding things down for the month. And 28th, says here that I went to the range and WH Smith to get the Dolly book that I'd heard about had just been released, and I had lunch with my friend again and this time we went to the Donkey Sanctuary. She'd not been before, so yeah, this was before I was a volunteer. I've put here I'm going to apply again to be a volunteer because I had applied during COVID but they weren't taking on new volunteers, so I just wanted to refresh them and apply again. I'm just saying that it's my happy place. And I made some mini cheesecakes later on. So that was the 28th. I cooked a paella and I did the donkey stitch. So yeah, I just kind of missed that, didn't I? That was the 28th with those 2 photos. And then the 29th was when I went to meet my friend and I bought the book. And then I got a couple of cross stitches while it's at the Donkey Sanctuary shop. So yeah, that's the 29th. And we're at the sanctuary here. And then on the 3rd, oh, and then I took photos of Elvis whilst we were there. At this time he was still wearing his coat for his skin condition. This is Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits paper. So I'm just using scraps here. Took a couple of photos there with Dolly the donkey and Elvis the donkey, and I have done a scrapbook page about Dolly and several about Elvis, as you probably know if you watch my channel. And then this is just kind of like the end really. This is me with Elvis again and the cheesecakes that I made. And then the last day of my birthday month, I did office work. I did my YouTube layout share video and I've got 140 subscribers, so I was just noting that there. Yeah, and then that's the end. And then just here at the back is just cards that I receive and gifts and things. I just wrote it on that grid piece there from the Sweet Rush, and I have a couple of cards in the back there. So yeah, that's my birthday month album. It's taken a while. I'd forgotten about some of the things going on there. I did finish that stitch for Mum's birthday, which was in June. Fantastic. Haven't done any sewing since then. I've got to pick up my fish and chips cross stitch again and start sewing. But I do like my scrapbooking, so that's kind of what I've been doing. But yeah, so that's the documenting my 52nd birthday in April 2022. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this little flip through. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And once again, thanks for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.